Hello and welcome to the NewsX World Explainer series. My name is Ruby Barlow. Today let's take a closer look at Iran's strategy and how it compares with the approach being taken by the United States and Israel. The United States and Israel's strategy aims to go beyond weakening Iran militarily. It is attempting to create the conditions for a mass uprising. Alongside large-scale US-Israeli strikes on nuclear sites and military infrastructure, strikes have also targeted the regime's internal enforcement apparatus, the Revolutionary Guard leadership and intelligence chiefs. Cyber operations and information warfare have also disrupted state communications and amplified anti-regime messaging, attempting to weaken central control while encouraging internal unrest. A second layer of the strategy is psychological and political, to actively incite Iranians to rise up. Israeli leaders have openly called on citizens to overthrow the regime, framing the war as a historic opportunity for liberation. The calculation is that sustained military shock, combined with economic strain, leadership decapitation and visible regime vulnerability, could tip public anger into mass protest. However, while Israel is trying to create the space for a revolt, the Iranian government has responded with intensified crackdowns, arrests and fear tactics, showing that even under heavy external pressure, privately, in a cable from Israel to the United States, Israel has commented to US diplomats that Iranian protesters will get slaughtered if a popular uprising would go ahead. So how does this compare with Iran's strategy so far? They're outgunned, but so far have lasted 2 weeks in this war and seem to be aiming for a goal of resilience. Iran's latest wave of attacks across the Gulf is revealing a strategy that is far more calculated than it may first appear. Rather than attempting to match the overwhelming firepower of the United States and Israel, Tehran has focused on precision and selectivity, targeting US military bases, air defense systems, and key infrastructure already weakened by earlier strikes. The result is a campaign designed not for dominance, but for maximum disruption at minimal cost. Tehran is also dealing with the loss of more than half of their missile manufacturing sites, so the strategy needs to use their remaining stockpile efficiently. Several US installations across the region have now been hit, including bases in Kuwait, where at least 6 American personnel have been reported killed. Air defense systems, critical to protecting US assets, have also taken damage, raising concerns about vulnerabilities in what was once considered a layered and resilient shield. But Iran's response has not been limited to purely military targets. Strikes have also hit US diplomatic facilities, with strikes hitting embassies in Baghdad and Riyadh. These signal a deliberate widening of the battlefield. These attacks carry symbolic weight. They are not just tactical moves, but direct challenges to American sovereignty in the region. Iran is not taking the same approach as Israel and the United States. With the killings of a large amount of IRGC leadership, including Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei and recently Ali Larijani, the powerful secretary of Iran's Supreme National Security Council, Iran has now shifted toward what analysts describe as a mosaic strategy, a decentralized approach where multiple units and proxies operate semi-independently, making the campaign harder to predict and counter. This flexibility allows Iran to sustain pressure even under heavy bombardment. At the same time, Tehran is pairing its military tactics with economic warfare. Disruptions around the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most critical transit routes for oil, have already taken a sharp spike in global oil prices, putting pressure not just on governments but on ordinary citizens worldwide. Brent crude, the benchmark for international oil prices, is up almost 50% from levels from before the war began. Together, these moves suggest a broader strategy. Iran may not be able to overpower its adversaries militarily, but it is working to raise the cost of war to an unsustainable level, stretching US defences, testing political resolve, and expanding the impact of the conflict far beyond the battlefield. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned with NewsX World for more global explainers.